I don't do very many string comparisons um, because I'm really concerned about the way the strings feel under my fingers. But there's a couple of strings that feel pretty good under my fingers, and I thought I would just play with this. I'm going to be going to Winfield this week, and I'm going to take this guitar with me, and I thought I would just put some new strings on it and just, play with it. That's the whole reason of taking another guitar. I think the Prue is my number one guitar, no question, but it's fun to play different guitars sometimes. Anyways, so this is the 2022 D18 1937 Authentic that we shaved the neck on in several videos. Right now, it's got phosphor bronze, D'Addario XS strings on it. And they're still in great shape and everything, but I wanted to try nickel bronze on it just for fun. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the guitar a little bit, and then I'm going to go out to the shop and I'm going to put the nickel bronze on it, and I'm going to come back in and we're going to recompare. And these strings are new enough to where I think they're going to do, I don't feel like I'm playing old strings here. I don't play this guitar a lot, and I put the strings on it. So anyway, so we got what we got, and then I'll give you my observations. So here we go. Here's the standard A-B stuff, and then I'm going to play the guitar and re-splice it all together in the video to make it make sense. Make it make sense. These are the nickel bronze. You know what I think? They just they're uninspiring. They really are. I'm not getting into the tone of it at all. They're just really. They sound really dull to me. I can't even stand to play that song. You know, there's just nothing. There's nothing coming back at me that's inspiring. That's weird. You know, I've liked them on some guitars, but on this guitar, they just they sound. I guess if you like a woodier, I don't know what the sound is. The other thing is, these are full medium gauge, and the ones I took off were my hybrid gauge, where I use a light gauge. It's a medium. It's a 56, a 42, a 32, a 24, 17, and a 13. So light gauge on these three strings, and what that does is results in a more even tension across the strings. And a standard medium gauge set, the A and the D are quite a bit higher tension than the E and the other strings. And I really feel that coming across it. It's just a lot of work. There's no suppleness going on here. I definitely do not like the full medium gauge. I feel like the action went up, you know. It just is not. I mean, I can play it and everything, but it's not inspiring. So, yeah, it's just not. You know, there definitely could be something in there that I'm not hearing that you guys hear. It might come through the microphone, and I might listen to the microphone and go, "Oh, those sound fantastic." But sitting here like this, the sound coming up in my face is just not very inspiring. So they're not going to stay on this guitar. I like them on the Collings that I had. You know, Collings are really super bright guitars, and I did like the nickel bronze on that guitar. But when I went back to phosphor bronze, I just liked them better. You know, more sparkle. So, let's see if I can play something else. We're done. Maybe you like them. But no. A lot of it's the feel in the right hand. I just feel like I'm, playing big fat. I'm fighting the guitar. It's just not. It's not reactive. It's not comfortable. It's not supple. Definitely don't like it. I just feel like really, really stiff strings. And I like a certain amount of tension. I don't want. You know what you want? It's let's see if this makes sense. I want its stiffness, but I want a lightness to that stiffness. So when I hit it with the pick, boom, the string gets out of the way. I don't want the strings flopping all over the place like a classical guitar. You know, I don't want them flopping all over the place like that. But I want them so that when I hit it, the string moves. And I'm hitting this, and I feel like the string is just. If you ever go fishing, it's just like catching a walleye, in a boat. When you go fishing for walleye out of a boat and you catch one, it's like dragging in a log. In fact, I don't like fishing from a boat anyway. Well, a trolling boat. I don't mind using the boat to go to places. But when you're trolling and you catch a fish and it just comes in behind the boat and you're reeling in, you might as well be reeling in, a stick, That's what this feels like, as opposed to the other strings are more like fly fishing with a 3-weight rod, where it's like, you feel that tension and it's much more active. That's kind of the analogy that I'm going to use here. And this is just not very interesting to me. So. Yeah, that's a lot better. That's the phosphor bronze strings again. I was confused because I do Blackberry Blossom the same way. Listen to the guitar. I do Blackberry Blossom, you know. Yeah, but I did it there. It slides on that note first. And I was thinking, wait, which one is this? Is this Blackberry Blossom or is this Big Scout? That's how I did it. I kind of like that. Rather than doing the hammer on the slide, sounds cool. And I was waiting for that because the difference in the strings is all on the wound strings. These are actually the same playing strings. So when I was doing this stuff up the neck, it doesn't matter what string I'm really on. And if I'm hanging out on the G string, I'm only getting one wound string in the thing. So when I switched over to this part, my mind was listening to that, listening to how does it sound now, how does it feel, rather than playing the dumb song. So that's why I got lost. I just feel so much better. Sound-wise, I don't know. It's the feel is so much of the sound for me, and that feels so much more supple. Yeah, it's like fishing a 3-weight fly rod instead of a surf casting deal. And the guitar feels livelier too. It feels more responsive, like it's breathing a little bit better than it did with the medium gauge strings. Like I said, it felt choked up. It felt like I thought the volume was less, but it's just I guess I'm just spoiled now. I'm an old man, and I'm used to light gauge strings. Except these are mediums up here. I cannot stand a light gauge low either. That's got to be a medium. And so does the E up here. I don't want that too flexible. One of those stiffness on that. So this is just my gauge, Yeah. It's more responsive. It's more responsive sitting here, so. Well, all right. See, again, I just couldn't leave it on that bad note. I had to go out and I put the same strings out back on because I saved them. I was going to put them on another guitar, and I just went right back out there and put them back on. So these are in fact the original strings that we started with. That's good. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So.